Hey guys, it's Meredith from Orange and Glad Homeschool, and I think this is my final purchase for the homeschool year 2019-2020. It is Level 1, The Good and the Beautiful, Language Arts, Grammar, Punctuation, Phonics, Reading, Spelling, Writing, Literature, Art Appreciation. Didn't they used to have Geography as one of them? Anyways, so I purchased Level 2 at a discount, and I think they're coming out with a newer version later down the road, and I opted to wait for this new release of the, I think it's the 3rd edition. Yeah, 3rd edition of the Level 1 Language Arts. So as you see here, we don't have any of the mini books. I think they're in here, incorporated within. So we have the phonics cards, and what's pretty cool about this is they're preparated. So really, I guess if you're not ready to use these cards in the back, because you do them by groups, you know, 1 through 58, grade 1, 1 through 24, and grade 2, 1 through 164. Need to learn all 164. So if you don't want to prep all of them, you don't have to, but it's really cool. They're just perforated like that and super easy to come apart. So you'll start with these phonics cards, and this is the back. Okay. And it ends here. And let's see, I'll go ahead and just start with this flip through. All right, so we have the 3rd edition, and you have Level 1 at a glance. My daughter is going into 2nd grade, and so she's doing Level 1. So I should be kind of familiar with this because we did it last year with Scarlet, but like I've mentioned already, it's a new edition, so there's going to be some differences. And I feel like this is printed on different kind of paper than the book last year. So I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, so you have phonics and reading, grammar usage and punctuation, literature, spelling and writing, art appreciation. So just all of those things that are going to be happening when you do this. About the course, the phonics cards, and the sight word ladders. Unit 1 overview. So lesson 1 is consonant blends. Lesson 2 is long and short vowels. Lesson 14 is OO part 1. Lesson 15 silent E job number 2. Lesson 24 unit assessment. And then you'll jump into Unit 2 overview. Lesson 25, silent E rule expectations. Lesson 29, 2-syllable words part 2. Lesson 44, ERURIR part 3. Then you'll go into Unit 3, starting with Lesson 49, subjects and verbs. Lesson 64, poetry, the Valley of Grump. Unit 4 overview. Lesson 73, short story part 1. Lesson 88, OA and OE, Unit 5 overview, starting with lesson number 97, Writer's Workshop. Lesson 106, sensory language. Lesson 120 is course assessment. Jump up a couple, and at lesson 118, decoding challenging words, part 2. So that's kind of where you're ending it, and then you'll have your review assessments and all that. Okay, and it actually tells you how this edition differs from the past editions. So this course is now divided into daily lessons of about the same length. The daily checklist is now incorporated into the lessons. Principles are introduced more slowly, and review is incorporated into most lessons. Many books are no longer used. So to reduce moving parts, the mini books are no longer used. They are still used in level K. The level 1 reader has been revised and is now an integrated and required part of the course. Lessons are shorter and include more activities. Most lessons now include independent practice, and some grammar principles have been removed. And then you have about the course, commonly asked questions, the reader, how to get started, how to teach every day, spelling, unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dictating words, independent practice, making it work with multiple children. Poetry memorization is integrated directly into the course, and then it has some other information right here. This talks about your phonics cards, and when they complete and master the certain amount, 1 through 56, then they can color the picture to show that they've mastered it. Then you have your sight word ladders. Okay, so once they learn how to say these, they get to color a picture of their choice, whichever one they want to do first. And they have the checkbox right there for you, for the kids to check off whenever they master a certain section. Okay, so the spelling words are within this unit. Here's your overview. The supplies you're going to need, things that are being taught, principles that are being taught, writing and other principles, and the books that are being used. And then you jump into lesson 1. So here's a look here, and I'll probably speed through this, super speed it, and put some music to it so I'm not talking the whole time, but you'll get to just visually see this flip through. Once again, just beautiful pictures. It is different paper. I want to say that this is like cheaper paper than what I've seen before. I'm not sure if that's completely accurate or not, but it just seems that way. But it's still beautiful. All right, don't forget to hit subscribe and like if you like this content. So that's the end of that. Congratulations, you have completed level 1. And then you have appendix, charts, and assessments. So that's in the back of your book. Reading assessment A, poem, passage. Reading assessment B, poem, passage. Soft C and G chart, silent E practice chart. Review chart A and B, C, D. And then you have your spelling words in the back of the book, but it is also included in the lessons, if you remember at the beginning when I showed you your unit overview, it has your spelling words there as well. And once they have reviewed it, they check it, they master it, they check it, and then I guess when you finish these 2 columns, you can color the animal, which is perfect. And then at the back, you have your poems, but it is also incorporated into the course. And that's the end. All right, so now we'll look at the level 1 reader. All right, and stories are arranged in the order that they appear in the course book. It starts off with pets, and you can see that, you know, it'll be big words, beautiful pictures, short sentences, and that's the end of the first story. And then it'll progress all the way through and ends on page 311. So there's lots of little stories in this book here. And each story looks to be different artwork. And I love that. See how it already progressed into a smaller font, a little bit bigger sentences. Cleaning, that's cute. Yeah, so I remember some of these from last year, but I think a couple of these are new, which is great. Little poem. Awesome, guys. Hope you enjoyed this flip through, and it helps you in deciding if this is something that you want to use for your child. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around. We have a bunch of videos in the description box, links to those videos if you'd like to check those out. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.